Hey, enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language episode
The
618.
sexiest podcast on the network. Hi, Brian.
Pew pew. Hello,
Hello.
Tony. Hello, hello.
So how the hell are you, man?
Oh, I'm actually pretty good. Not too bad. Slept aces last night, finally. I mean, I had a bunch of weird dreams, but I was still not like the type to where I wake up and I'm like, oh
I'm
good.
dying.
It's more like wake up and it's like, well, I'm awake. I might as well go throw a piss because I'm awake, and then get right back into bed and it's like,
It's
you know.
nice when that happens, isn't it?
So
Yeah.
yeah, so actually got a decent night of sleep, which I haven't been getting recently because my head's been a mess because the damn like the heat picking back up and we've getting a little humidity with it.
Yeah,
And,
it's been a blast.
my sinus has been a mess. Oh
Like,
yeah,
I was
I
off
bet.
work last week. It was nice and cool all week. And as soon as I get back to
Yeah.
work, it's like, oh, here's some heat for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's funny because like you had a great
Oh,
week
yeah.
to have off.
It was
I mean, it's
beautiful.
beautiful the whole
Yeah.
for the most part, except for the
Well, yeah. But,
tornado
I mean,
day.
that
But
was over there. That didn't
you
affect
know,
my neighborhood.
yeah, yeah, that was more my direction. Still not super close to me, but I was for sure in the line of the things. It just we got very
Yeah, I
fortunate.
know
So
plenty of people that live in the Point, and I've heard all the horror stories. Yeah, they got
yeah,
fucked up.
yeah,
Man,
they did. It was wild because I mean we can get back to your week off of work and everything in a second, but it's like since we're on
yeah, let's go.
tornado
Let's
talk,
go.
we
Let's
might
hop
as
to
well.
tornado
Yeah.
talk.
So
That'll be our new show, by the way,
uh,
Brenner. Our spinoff, our
tornado talk.
spinoff show. Get it? Spinoff.
Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Um, like where I live, meaning Michigan, the when the sirens go off up here, it means like inclement weather, like there's a warning. So it could be a thunderstorm warning and that'll go
Yeah.
off, right? So the problem with that is I think a lot of people up here don't take it seriously because they look outside and they go, it looks like
Right.
rain,
Right. Right.
So if they're not, if they, I mean, most people have a weather app on their phone, so they would know there's a warning, blah, blah, blah. But if for some reason they don't, it'd be easy to just look outside and go, yeah, we're probably, it's probably a thunderstorm and not realize, oh no, we had an actual tornado warning
Yes.
for Monroe County, which then I have to do the secondary check because Monroe County goes from where I live at the border of Ohio all the way up to Monroe, basically. So, and most of the time when they assign something for Monroe County, it's more for the open area between here and
Yes.
Monroe. That's usually where the stuff kind of swings through. So I look and I'm like, oh, the way this is moving, it's literally it's moving right at us. Like it's gonna hit Monroe and Toledo, and so I was like, okay, this is something to take seriously. And but those sirens went off, and at first I was just like, whatever, it was like probably thunderstorms because I knew thunderstorms were supposed to come
Right.
through. And usually where we live, we don't have to worry about tornadoes. Those usually, again, hit north and south of us. Usually they don't hit the Toledo, you know. So again, a lot of it, you're just like, kind of because for years you've been like, whatever, I'm not going to get too crazy on this because it usually never pans out. But then we turn the news on and they're running around screaming. No, I'm kidding. But they're kind of they're for sure like if you're in this area, and I'm like, well, it's kind of too late because it's already right on us, basically.
Right.
Uh, so I heard when I was in my room, I heard it sounded like somebody was just throwing handfuls of rocks at my window. So I'm guessing we got some small hail over here. I never went out and checked, but it sounded like we probably got a little bit of hail, nothing crazy. And we got a little bit of rain, but not much. I mean, if you didn't know better, you'd swear people were just washing the driveways around here. That's what it looked like.
Right.
Like some of the sidewalks were dry. But it did rain, and I heard it like rain heavy. I don't know how the hell they dried so fast, but
All those winds.
it must be. I think that was a lot of it. Is when it was raining, the wind was high, so it hits the house hard.
Yeah.
So when it's hitting the windows and everything, you're like, holy shit! And it's like it might not be raining as hard as you think it is because of the wind. You're probably right. So but we were overall obviously fortunate that we didn't lose power. No, we had no damage to the house, nothing like that, because it was mostly not that big a deal here. But the point's only what, like 10 minutes from me, 15 minutes,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, 15
'Cause
minutes if you're driving slow.
right. It's like that's not that far away that hit, and one hit up near Monroe, which is only about 20 minutes from me. So thank goodness I was sitting in the pocket, basically.
Yeah, right.
That we've talked about plenty of times on here, and it's like, whew. And thank goodness overall, there were 9, I think they said, confirmed tornadoes in the area now. No one got hurt, which is amazing considering sirens didn't even go off in Toledo.
Yeah.
Until after the after the fact,
like
which
my
is
weather app lit up and said, severe weather alert warning or whatever. But then it was like, but you're not in the immediate area. I'm like, oh, okay. So I didn't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Like
exactly,
my house,
right?
we didn't even get rain really. Like everything went north of us, just barely.
Right.
Like I went outside to get a beer out of my garage fridge. And I'm like, man, it looks like it sucks up there, And we had some wind, but it wasn't anything like we've experienced before in the past in this neighborhood where trees were down everywhere and shit.
Right. And my sister's not that far from us in Toledo, and they got some decent sized hail over there, and they got strong wind and she said it just poured for like a couple minutes and then it was gone.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was the whole thing, which, can be scary sometimes with tornadoes because, there's talk of that sometimes when things get calm, that's when shit's about to get sideways.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
But she said, like, all the clouds and everything, she said it wasn't that, like, I don't know if you've ever been near a tornado, but the sky's kind of eerie sometimes.
Yeah, it looks like death is descending upon you.
Yeah. But, it's like
I got
very fortunate.
A guy I work with that lives out there that, because we have an hour texting the next day, and he was like, I couldn't even get to work today because trees are down at both ends of the street.
Yeah.
At Leah's party, Kelly and Dan showed up briefly. And, obviously, because once I found out, because I didn't know it was that bad until I hopped on Reddit and I saw a video of that ProMedica building getting ripped apart. And I was like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
But so I texted them the day it happened, just like, hey, you guys all right? And I heard back the next day because I guess the cell towers are all fucked up.
Yeah, that was one of the many problems they had out there. Like you said, a lot of trees were down, like, and not just, here's a couple branches, but like
trees.
Big parts of like big branches and limbs of trees were down, and trees themselves, and power lines, the poles were down. So there were a lot of people that, you just couldn't get out of your neighborhood. They had a guy on the news that was all tore up over it because he couldn't get out to check on his mom.
Right.
Because he's like, the cell stuff was out and his truck got buried basically by tree limbs and stuff. So he literally couldn't get out to go find out if his mom was okay. And I was like, oh, that's got to be horrible. And she lived like not too far from where the tornado hit, I guess.
Right.
So
probably had her house fall right on her.
Yeah.
Little feet curled up.
So, yeah. It's like, whew, what a mess.
What a mess. But Dan was showing me pictures of his house. They look like they lived in Ukraine. Like the hail, like.
Oh wow, yeah. I heard like Jen.
The hail was insane. It looks like.
Yeah, Jen told me that her house got.
Yeah, there was. I mean, he was showing me all these pictures, and he was holding a probably golf ball size hail, and it punched a hole through his fence. It looks insane.
Yeah, that's what they were saying on the news. On the weather guys were talking about. They're like, even like golf ball size hail will punch through houses. It can punch through trees.
That's a big ass projectile.
It can cause a lot of damage. Well, plus it's in strong winds. Like they said in the a couple of those tornadoes were EF2s, I believe, which are up to like 135 miles an hour, and I think two of them they put it about 130 miles an hour. It's like, can you imagine just having golf balls whipped at you at 130
I think that'd be
miles
a bad
an hour,
time.
Probably no fun.
My stepsister's mom lives out there too, and my stepsister showed me pictures. Her mom's trampoline was up in the fucking wires.
Oh jeez. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was, like you said, at least no one died or got, grievously injured.
Yeah, it's cool because the community there has really come together. Like I saw there were a few churches yesterday just doing like hot dogs and hamburgers and waters, so people could get food and whatever. And I know Meyer was handing out water and ice to
Nice.
people. So it was I was like, oh, I'm glad to see it. And they said on the news there was because of all the trees that were down, basically there were neighbors that were doing like a chainsaw line, basically, just taking trees apart and then moving to the next house and taking the
Nice.
trees apart,
Yeah.
So that it wouldn't, because otherwise, like one.
The fuck was that
You
noise?
back?
Oh, yeah, I heard a weird noise and
I don't know. It just locked up on my side.
Yeah.
So, and it's doing it again.
Lovely.
Can't we just have one without this?
That would make way too convenient, my guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. Anyway. So yeah, I guess that's enough tornado talk. I'll put a good tornado sound effect right there.
Holy shit, a new one just came through.
Yep.
I'm so scared, guys.
Yeah. People I was talking with at the time, they were like, don't get blown away, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, I get to be kind of thrown around like the cow and Twister. It'd be kind of fun,
It
right?
would be amazing, wouldn't it? Get riding your bike in midair like Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's just cool as fuck.
Yeah. It'd be great until the landing. The landing would probably not.
Well, if you're on the bike, you just stick the landing.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise,
tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll.
Yeah. Like that. Or what was it on Beavis and Butthead? That old episode of Beavis and Butthead, or the movie, whichever it was, where it's like you just try to run when you jump out of the trunk of a car that's moving.
Yes.
That'll for sure work.
Works every time.
Yep. It's one thing we do know is any advice given by Beavis and Butthead is sound advice.
Oh, so it's gem mint, Brian. Gem mint.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
All right, so back to your vacation.
I mean, it's not like it was a vacation. It was more like not going to work, which is fine.
Right.
But I mean, it was preparing for like Leah's grad party. I had to make a bunch of pasta up with some cheese balls and shit. And,
yeah.
And yeah, just honestly, just not being at work. That was probably the best. I kind of needed it in my life, and I think Brian froze. Ladies and germs.
Okay.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah. I don't know what you just said. It just went full robot mode. I have no clue what you said.
I was actually talking to the robots right then, so that's
okay.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
All right. We went right from tornado talk into robot cast. All right.
No, I was just saying, it was just more than anything not being at work, and it was a beautiful week for it. 100%.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, because for the most part, you probably could sit outside anytime you want without dying, unlike this upcoming week.
I'll still deal with it, though. It'll be all right. Yeah, my guy, you missed taco night, though. We're going to have to reschedule taco night now.
Oh,
Taco Tuesday was lit as fuck.
Yeah, they looked fantastic. I was so disappointed because I ended up having like hot dogs that night too, to really just
twist the knife. It's it's amazing though, Brian. Is I follow that restaurant on Facebook now, right? Because they post their specials every day.
Sure.
And they posted over the weekend. They're like, "Hey, now." Or this date coming up, we're doing open interviews for our new location, accepting applications at this address. And it was a West Sylvania address. I'm like, huh. Like, where the fuck are they? Are they either opening a new one up or I don't know what's going on. So I Googled it. They're moving into where Backyard Barbecue was, right up the road from me.
Yeah. Oh, really? Neat. Wow. Because, you need
so
another
now I
taco
got
place near.
Mexican restaurant right up the road from me, It's cousin
Yeah.
taco shop right next to it, right up the road from me. And then if you head north and you turn the corner for 30 seconds, you're at a Mexican restaurant. And if you head south from me, you're gonna have two of them right across from each other, across the parking lot from each other.
Yeah. Right.
What the hell is going on over here?
I don't know, man.
Which
That's nuts. Meanwhile, I'm still waiting for him to open that dang Los Agaves over by me. That they finally got, like, for a while they just had a sign out front that said coming soon, and I saw all of nothing looking like it was getting done, and I'm like, oh, maybe they changed their mind, you know. And now that sign is gone, but they actually have like letters up on the building that says Los Agaves. So I was like, okay, so
yeah,
at
you'll
some
have
point,
some good tacos by it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping they use the drive-through on that, because that place used to be a Wendy's.
Okay, that's where they're going.
I'm hoping they use the drive-through, because if they don't, man, I mean, they're going to be fighting with Cinco over there, and Cinco gets busy, you know, like that place is always packed.
I think Cinco kind of sucks.
Oh, well, that's honestly, there's a lot of Mexican places that are that way.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, just like one of the places near you, that's the main reason that they're packed.
Oh yeah, the place across the parking lot.
Been on the decline for years. Yeah.
It's like that's the one thing I'm kind of curious about, is because where I get the tacos now, they don't have a liquor license, right? Backyard Barbecue has a nice bar inside and has a nice outdoor bar.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna keep all that, am I going to get some Modelo's, which is now the #1 selling beer in America?
Also, by the way, like, can we talk about that for a second?
Absolutely.
Like, obviously, we both knew, you know, everyone knows the story on Bud Light, and, you know, that they were going to slip. But, you know, earlier today, I saw the thing, you know, it was like Bud Light no longer the number. I was like, you know, I got to see who is, because in my head, I'm like trying to think, and I'm thinking like Miller Lite, Coors, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
And when I saw Modelo, I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, huh. I was like, or I even thought something like Corona might get up there because of all the college people that drink it, you know. But I was really surprised that it was Modelo.
What I think's hilarious is all these guys who are like, meh, trans, I'm pure American, meh, not my beer. Modelo? A Mexican beer is now the #1 selling beer in America? Yeah. What? And don't get me wrong, Brian, I love a Modelo, except for the little foil gets caught in my teeth sometimes. Not a fan of that.
But that's delicious, right?
That's how I get my Modelo Gold Tooth going. I just keep drinking Modelos until I have one totally coated in foil.
Ooh, that's smart. I like that.
You like that.
I was just looking out of curiosity, because I'm actually surprised by this, that Modelo is owned by like a group, basically, which includes AB InBev, InBev and Constellation Brands.
It's like any corporation. You're like, oh, I love this like small timey beer, and then you look into it, and they were bought out by InBev years ago or something.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, right? InBev seems to own pretty much everybody in the beverage world. They're like Disney of beverages.
Yeah. That's why I was very curious, because you know, Anheuser-Busch is who makes Budweiser and Bud Light. Yeah. So, you know, it's like you're still buying from the same company, which is kind of funny. So
people are idiots, Brian. You know that.
I know.
It makes me sad sometimes.
One thing I for sure learned, I will say this is one of the few times, though, that we've actually seen a boycott of a product actually affect the company.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Most of the time people are like, we're not going to whatever. And it's like, yeah, okay, jerk off motion, you know, and it's like, it never turns into anything, you know, really. So it was like, this was a surprising move, but it, you know, overall, the biggest mistake there was that, you know, that Bud Light executive just for sure did not realize who their demographic is.
Which I don't understand. I mean, they're like, you know, they have horses on their cans and stuff. And
yeah,
I mean,
but
you know what I wonder if part of the, you know, Bud Light finally dropping from #1's thing is all these like redneck idiots who are like, oh, I'm just going to drink this Modelo, and they're like, oh my God, it has flavor. Cletus, get over here.
That was part of why I was shocked at Modelo being the choice, because it's not a traditional American lager kind of
Yes.
thing. I mean, it's it's a bolder flavor.
It's very much it's a cerveza.
Yeah. It's a much different flavor profile than Bud Light. That's why I thought maybe like Miller Lite or Coors Light or something that's a light beer might take over, because, well, I can't drink this light beer because I don't want to be one of those homosexuals, so I got to drink something else. And they move into I'll drink this light beer instead. But nope, Modelo. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at Modelo.
Part of that too is no, me either. And I think Modelo's been on the rise anyway. As just an overall beer choice. I think it's funny because I've seen people who used to drink Corona drinking Modelo now.
Yeah, Corona sucks.
And it's like, I don't know if that's their level up, or if that's they think they're fancier, or I don't know what the move is on that. Or they just, like you said, they're like, hey, this actually has some flavor.
Yeah, it's like, I consider that a level up, like, because everyone, when you go, not everyone, most of the population, if you walk up to them and you go, name the first Mexican beer that comes in your head, they're gonna say Corona.
Probably, yeah.
And I mean, I know people like Corona, but I think it sucks.
Yeah,
I think it's real bad. Real bad. You can,
I've
even with the
never
lime in there, it's
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
No thanks. I like plenty of other cervezas.
Like Pacifico.
Yeah, I do enjoy Pacifico.
Actually, those are the only three I can name.
Oh, why? Come on, Dos Equis.
Oh, Dos Equis, yeah.
Tecates, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had
That's
that.
all right.
I know of it. You're right. I know of it, but I've never had it.
Soul, that's another one.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't remember if I've had that one. I don't know.
I celebrate the Mexican beer, Brian.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you have 900 Mexican restaurants 5 feet from you.
You know what? And this is actually legitimately affecting my everyday life now. Just get this. Since I've been on vacation this week, I've been home more, right?
Right.
And like you said, I'm surrounded by Mexican restaurants. And directly across the street from me, I've got a Mexican family. And their part of family lives right there, and then like 4 houses down, they bought another house. So there's they're starting to build a compound, which I think is kind of cool.
Right.
But so with this past week, like towards the end of my vacation, I'm watching YouTube, and no joke, 50% of my YouTube ads are in Spanish. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, it's not like I'm like, watching Spanish videos. I'm not Googling anything in Spanish. I don't understand. And then Michelle was like, well, a lot of times when they do ads, it's all location based by the users. And she's like, we got Mexican restaurants around us. We got 2 Latino families across the street. And there are a bunch of young kids, a lot of them. And I'm like, yeah, if they're just watching YouTube videos in Spanish and the guys up the road are, and so we're getting tagged. She's been getting them. She's like, I've already been getting them. She's like, you probably don't get them because you spend most of your day out at work. And it's like, you know what? You're probably right.
Oh, yeah.
So this week I've been home. My phone was like, this guy's Mexican. We've seen his mustache.
Wow. I thought maybe you ran into a scenario like me with Spotify where my Discover Weekly for a few weeks was like,
no, it wasn't like that. It's just my YouTube ads. Because the first time it happened, I'm like, that was weird. And then it kept happening because like if I'm in the kitchen working, if I'm not listening to a podcast, I'll throw on some videos and put my earbuds in. And I'm not rich, so I don't get the YouTube without ads.
Right.
So yeah, it was just very strange, man.
Interesting.
Fun though.
Yeah. Sounds like
good, clean fun.
Yeah. I don't understand. And then you see the product. You're like,
Modelo.
Right. Modelo.
I do understand.
Sir. Like, I thought I knew that cerveza word. Or cerveza. There we go. It's like you got to mispronounce it badly.
Maybe I'm going to be like Bart when he goes to France. I'm just going to just start speaking Spanish.
That would be awesome. I mean, that is how a lot of immigrants learn English, though. They watch TV and they learn phrases from things. Or God, who was it that was? I can't remember what I was listening to, and they were talking about how they were learning Spanish from like they started with like Bad Bunny lyrics. It's like they to learn what he was saying in his songs or whatever, and then they've been listening to other Spanish songs funny. And or songs in Spanish. I mean,
mean that's what I told Leo when Leo was kind of struggling with Spanish. I'm like, well, you watch the same movies over and over again, just change them to Spanish one day. You know, just watch it in Spanish because you have that ability of streaming now. It's not like you got to go out and buy a DVD in Spanish, you know. No one has any excuse to only speak one language. That's what I'm saying. Says the guy who speaks one language.
I do. I'm lazy. I was going to say I do. I'm lazy.
I mean, I could speak very little Spanish. So I did take it in high school, but I don't. None of that stuff really sunk in back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, also like the high school Spanish is, it's not. It's weird because it's, you know how you like you'll hear like Duolingo and different ones where like we actually teach you how to speak Spanish, like how to have a conversation, you know, not just here's a word, count to 100,
you know. Excellent. I'm sorry, excellente.
Like I learned how to count it. Oh, I take that back. I forgot. I can count to 10 in Spanish.
Hell yeah! Now we're talking.
Yeah. I think Maria taught me how to count to 10 or something like that.
I mean, like legitimately, when we went to Mexico for that vacation, I was speaking more Spanish towards the end of the week. You know, because like
Well, listen, just saying "uno cerveza por favor" is not count as his. Brian, speaking more Spanish.
Dos cervezas, por favor.
Dos cervezas, por favor. It's like all I need to know is how to order beer and ask where the bathroom is.
We need a Latino friend. Actually, I got one. I got one at work. Because we need to open a bar with this guy, so we can just call it Dos cervezas, por favor. I think that's a great name for a bar.
Right.
Oh my god. I'm so parched. Forgot what working in the heat was like. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah. You know, plus I'm probably still dehydrated from the purge.
Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably.
So we I didn't know this. Oof. Maybe you did. I know I didn't. The the Toledo Metro Parks is like the one at the top of the nation. Like our park system is up there. Huh? Isn't that crazy? Yeah, because we
really. All right. I'm not entirely surprised by it because there's a lot of money and stuff put into
this new park they opened up downtown where the sports arena used to be. We went last week.
Yeah.
We've gone before when they first put that one building in down there before they added all the other shit. And we never knew that they were working because it's like a ridge, you know? And I saw in the news, you know, seeing video. I was like, where is this stuff at this Metro Park? Because we've been there. So we went back and we went over the ridge and holy shit. I mean, they have, which is, I mean, not for me because I can't skate, but they have a roller skating rink and an ice skating rink in the winter. They've got cabanas you can reserve.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. They showed it on the news.
Dude, they built a mini Maumee River for the kids to play in. I mean, it's insane. Geez. I mean, there's actually a tower of glass in there that all the shit came from my work. So I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this stuff. That's great. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, they showed previews for it on the news like before it was open. You know, and they were showing all the different stuff they were going to have, and I'm like, wow, that is a lot of stuff. So it's like it's cool that they're putting an awesome
here's
party
what I think is amazing. Is they have like a lodge thing, and it's got a poke piatti in it, right? Yeah. So you can get food. But, But they have beer on tap. You know how
Dos cervezas?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know how much I want to go and just have a beer and sit outside and look at the river? That sounds like a great afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that food there is awesome too.
Yeah, I've heard good things about poke piatti. I've never eaten it.
But. Yeah. No, I haven't either, but I'm the same. I've heard that their food's really good, so I don't know. But
But
Yeah.
these
Seems like a
when we were up walking around that little lodge, we pop outside. This table of just douches. They're all sitting there, and they had like the weird, like young curly hair that's kind of everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
And there's a bottle of wine on the table. As we walk by, the guy's like, "Oh, the wines in L.A. are exquisite." I wanted to tackle him. I was so annoyed. I mean, they're just trying to enjoy their lives. I should just keep walking and like, but whatever.
Yeah, but why should they enjoy theirs if you don't enjoy yours? You know.
Oh, the wines from L.A., California. Get out of here.
Should have walked up and been like, "Have you guys had the wines from Boone's Farm? Like they are,
bro." Strawberry Boone's Farm, am I right? I think if I drink, oh, dude, should we get some Boone's Farm for the Patreon stuff? Do a Boone's Farm taste test? Because I remember it was awful. That's what I remember.
It'd be great if they had like the little samplers.
Oh,
that you could grab different flavors or whatever. That way we could just not have to buy bottles and bottles of it.
Oh, we could do a Boone's flight.
That's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah. Oh, God.
This sounds like a great / terrible idea.
Yeah, I drank plenty of it back in the day because it gets you fucked up and it was real cheap. I mean, similar to like drinking like Mad Dog or something.
Yeah,
like
right.
That, you know, gets the job done and don't cost much.
Gets the job done. I honestly don't remember it tasting horrible, but it's like you know, like we bought Little Hugs. It's probably like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why that was, side note, the strangest trip I've ever been to a Kroger. So we played mini golf on Father's Day, and everyone was dying in the car. So, and Michelle's just like, I really want some like Little Hugs. I'm like, oh, okay. And you and I talked about them before, a while ago. I was like, well, fuck it, whatever.
Right.
And then Leah was not trying to drink soda, but she's crushing Capri Suns.
I mean, it's kind of not that much
That's exactly what I told Leah.
Other than the carbonation, which is...
But Leah was like, dude...
That can cause gastro issues, but otherwise,
right. But I asked Leah, I'm like, well, do you want anything? She's like, oh, fruit punch Capri Suns. All right. So I'm walking out of Kroger, or walking through with my basket, and I got the box of Hugs, a box of Capri Sun, and my dumb ass, I'm like, I need fudge bars for me. Obviously. So then it was the weirdest Kroger order I've ever had in my life. Fake juice and fudge bars. Actually, I think Capri Suns are all natural-ish.
Yeah, right.
But regardless.
Right. Just lips and assholes.
Just
with fruit flavor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lips and I just said fruits and assholes.
Well, I mean, basically,
it's a terrible band.
Yeah. Man, I haven't had. I know we talked about it before. It was like, dude, I haven't had a Little Hug in God knows how long now. It's been forever.
Well, I mean, I had the green one, kiwi strawberry. Yeah. That's what that one was.
Really? That's what it is now, huh? All right. Green one used to just be like that weird green. Like, I don't even know what it was.
I want to be a lime, but I'm radioactive. That's what it was supposed to be,
I think. Yeah. Kind of like the lime Kool-Aid where it was like that radioactive green. And it was like, this really doesn't taste like lime, but damn it if I'm not going to drink the whole pitcher.
But boy, will I crush this.
Yep. For sure.
For sure. I guess, you know what? We're on the topic of weird drinks. This is a follow-up, Brian. Sorry, I'm trying to make a little powdered lemonade right now.
Yeah, I see that.
It's like I'm
pouring some cocaine in his water. It's weird.
Get going. Woo.
Cocaine.
All right, let me pull up this news story. So I got hit with a targeted Instagram ad, right?
Yeah.
Now selling in Ohio is it's. You remember when we talked about Borgs?
Yeah.
Some companies marketing them now.
Oh boy, I was waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. God damn it! Oh, here it is. Drinkborgs.com. It's got to be it.
Wow, that's a pretty straightforward.
Yes, it's Borg vodka water.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they're not marketing it as
mix.
a big ass jug that like a gallon.
Yeah.
But it's like this. It's what's here? Next big thing, adult, but 6% alcohol. Oh, I don't have the thing pulled up. My bad.
How big are they selling?
It looks like your standard seltzer can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not really a Borg. Like the whole point of that other was more that it was like a lot of it in one thing.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you what, that Instagram ad they targeted with was very deceiving. Because they don't show the product. It was just a red background with the word and Borg vodka water. And their logo, the G, is tilted kind of like a gallon jug. And it's full of liquid.
Oh, okay.
So unless, I'm clicking on their store. Unless you can buy a legitimate Borg from these guys, they're failures at life.
Right.
Well, they do sell it. Now it's a 10 ounce. Never mind. I read that as... They got bathing suits. That's kind of hot, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so the biggest thing you could buy from them is a 20-ounce tumbler that would hold about 20 ounces of Borg, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's a bottle of pop. Those are what 20.
Yeah.
Whatever ounces.
Wow. See, I am not impressed by Borg. DrinkBorgs.com.
Yeah, I'm looking at a bottle of Coke I have here. It's a 20-ounce bottle, so it's not very big. It's like, come on, you got to come at me with something bigger than that if you're going to try to call yourself Borg. Because when you think of those, you think of like the gallon of booze.
Yeah, that was
water,
was the whole. It's called a blackout rage gallon, not a blackout rage slim can.
Cost? Right? I mean, how much would a gallon of that cost? It's probably got to be like a $20 price point, right? Because of the liquor and everything else.
Probably, right?
God. I mean, hell, you might as well just buy a bottle of Rock Gut and just dump some. Like you
some of that powder shit. I had a dude tell me that one day at Myers when I was buying those for my lunches. He's like, those mixed with vodka are really good. Like, all right,
I
shaky.
Bet they do.
Get out of here. Go get some pop off, some Crystal Light.
When you want to tell someone you're an alcoholic without telling them that you're an alcoholic.
100%. Whoa, that was tart.
I mean, he's not wrong though. I'm sure they do mix.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need I kind of made like a Borg over the weekend with that seltzer. I had the Bud Light seltzer, mix a little of this with it. It was pretty good.
Right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, and the Little Hug mixed with the strawberry apple seltzer. It was okay. I don't know which one would win better, but I mean, they both were like, I was kind of like, took a sip of one, took a sip. I'm like, yeah, these both terrible.
Well, speaking of tasting things, I got like the new flavor of Coke
this time,
which is it's the ultimate limited edition, and it's XP flavor.
Experience
apparently,
points?
It has, and it has a tie-in to League of Legends. I haven't, as you can tell, I have not even opened it yet, so I don't know what.
What if you get to unlock the coolest army?
Yeah, here's what I'm gonna say: Coke's really done a shit job of flavoring their sodas lately with these special ones. Almost all of them have been just hot garbage, right? So it smells like Coke. I don't. It just tastes like Coke. I thought this was supposed to have some special flavor to it.
Coke.
I don't know. I'm not really picking up much different.
Got a Coke League of Legends flavor.
Kind of tastes like a Coke to me. Yeah, there's something different, but it's mostly just Coke. Like I don't really like the other ones taste like asshole, and then you get a hint of Coke. This one just tastes like Coke.
That tastes like asshole first. It was terrible. It was horrible. Dream, it gives me nightmares.
I'm not lying. It's pretty awful.
So I'm looking on Coke's website. Oh shit! God damn! I keep clicking that on Coke's website right now to try to if they'll give you any hold on. There's text I can't read because it's black on dark colors. Why? Who designed this?
Are you talking about the
I'm
bottle
sorry, the
itself?
website. I'm trying to figure out the flavor.
Oh,
So it says that the ultimate Coca-Cola sparkling beverage, blah blah blah. Creations coming out. Unlock Coca-Cola Ultimate Plus XP flavor. Limited edition flavor made in co-creation of Riot Games takes the recognizable Coca-Cola taste and adds the electrifying taste of experience points. So does it? Oh, did you feel like you leveled up when you drank it? Did you unlock a new?
No, but I haven't.
Maybe once you get the whole bottle, you'll get like a new stat tree unlock.
Yeah, I'll feel. Yeah, I gotta take on my next.
He'll just like text me and will text me like, "Bro, I know how to hack now." I'm like, "Dude, you unlocked hacking. That's awesome."
Yeah, like sweet. Like I'm gonna go get more of this right now. Okay, so someone, asked, "What is the flavor of Ultimate Coke?" And it says it's. This can't be the right one, can it? I don't know.
No, you're looking for the
right one, because they're saying that it has that they thought it tasted like cherry, but then a whole bouquet of mixed fruit hit our palate. It can't be that one.
Happen. Those people lie. You're looking for a Coca-Cola Ultimate XP Plus.
See, other people are saying that, like even on Reddit 3 days ago, I taste fruity and possibly.
Maybe you got to let it breathe in a snifter.
I'm not getting anything like, to me it tastes like Coke. That's it. I mean, I'm really getting almost nothing else. Maybe I just have a blown palate from the onions I ate on the tacos earlier. Because I do eat too many probably on the tacos. Not that there's such a thing.
First off.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to have this review is a whole different one. Says on the first sip, I sense an almost cherry cinnamon vibe, like almost like a Dr. Pepper. It's not even fucking close to that. These people are crazy, dude. If you get a chance to try this, you have to try this so you can tell me.
I also would like to level up, so yes.
Yeah, these people are nuts, dude. Because seriously, there is something else in there, but I'm not getting any sort of strong flavor, and I've drank a good couple drinks of it, and admittedly maybe it's because it's a little warm because it's been sitting here waiting for me to open it, but even when you smell it, it just smells like Coke. It doesn't. Maybe I got
you got
I got the placebo one.
Jesus, Jensen, shut off that label machine. How many of those went out? I don't know, sir.
There is a little something there, but it's not like everybody's like, "Oh, I get all these fruit flavors." I'm like, not even close.
Did you?
If so, it's got about as much fruit flavor as like a LaCroix does.
I was gonna say fruits and assholes. But yeah, LaCroix. Yeah.
I really want to name the show Fruits and Assholes,
it would
but
be fun.
I could go Fruits and Beeholes, but I don't know.
Or you could just go fruits and ... and then people are like, fruits and what?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, at least. I mean, because it does basically just taste like a Coke. So
can't go wrong with that.
It's fine. Yeah. I was gonna grab that I don't remember where I got this at, but I was gonna get was it Meyer? I was hoping they had the zero sugar one too, because I was gonna get one of those.
Do a side by side.
If there's any difference in the flavors. Because one of the others I got the zero one, and I thought it tasted like absolute garbage. And then I got the regular one, and I was like, oh, this has a better flavor to it. So whatever the sweetener, which I'm sure was aspartame, but something about it it was just aspartame.
I kind of feel like the Coke Zero should be like a mana potion, not an XP potion. Because it's magical that they got sweetness in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know there's weird energy drinks and stuff, but how has there not been, like, with the explosion of D&D, like a Mountain Dew healing potion, brought to you by Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah. Well, especially because Mountain Dew had the gamer fuel, remember? It was like tied in with Halo. It was kind of like a cherry something. It was actually one of my favorite of their
for sure,
offshoots.
Red vs. Blue.
Like it was one that I really liked.
They should have done red
What was
versus
that?
blue back then. As the
They
drinks,
really should have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a
Yeah,
red
now
one
you
and a
see who
blue one.
wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They really should have, because as many times as they're just like, here's random Mountain Dew color. It's like I saw a KFC commercial the other day, and they still have that Mountain Dew that they have there that's like the sweet tea Mountain Dew or whatever. So I was kind of surprised that stuck around.
I mean, maybe they love it at KFC.
Yeah. And I saw a billboard for Circle K the other day, and they're advertising their exclusive Mountain Dew, I think slush flavor or something is there. And so it's like, it makes sense. I mean, it's it's for sure, Pepsi's best move is like keep putting out flavored Mountain
I mean,
Dews.
it's true. Because, everyone
seems like it sells
everyone
better
wants
than
to
anything
try
else
'em.
they do.
I can't wait that they start running out of ideas and they're like, I don't know, chicken fried rice.
Fruits and assholes.
Do.
Listen, if I saw a bottle of chicken fried rice Mountain Dew, for sure I'm picking it up.
Would it be chicken dew? Would it be chicken
No
dude
question.
rice or chicken fried dew? Chicken fried dew. Yeah. It's gotta be chicken
probably.
fried dew.
Yeah. Right. General Dew's chicken. Yeah.
Yes. It's
All right, there's my next recipe. I'm gonna take Mountain Dew and make my General So's sauce.
I've never made General So's chicken, but I want to make this video so bad because we'll get so much hate. Today we're making General Dew's chicken.
Well, you make a sticky sauce.
I feel like we're gonna die. Woo!
Well, with all the flavors of Mountain Dew out there too, there might be one that'll get as close flavor.
I mean, maybe. I'm still dying.
Oh boy, looks like things froze up on us. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
God.
still laughing. All right.
Holy fuck! Oh, that just hit just right.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I just had a minor stroke. What were we talking about? Oh my God. Oh, that was exciting.
Oh man.
Good shit.
Good shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Just
Now all these people out there are like, you don't want to do this.
do this. I get it. Nice.
Probably not.
So it was Leah's graduation party, right? That was a thing.
Yeah.
Thank God, my custom T-shirt showed up the day before, with Leah's face on it.
So good.
When they came out around the corner to help me unload my car, Leah just stopped. It was just like, this is what Logan told me. She asked Logan, "What is he wearing? Is that my face?" It was a big hit. I posted a picture online, and today I got so many people at work. Where did you get that shirt? Where did you get that shirt? I got some Christmas gift ideas for people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Oh,
Details, of course, but we even talked about how to level it up.
Right.
That would be so good to do. Yeah. That was so great. That's why as soon as I saw the shirt and how it turned out, I was like, the first thing I thought of was that damn picture you posted of Bomber the other day with the lasers behind her head and the teeth. And I'm like, dude, that's the shirt right there.
Yeah, I'm probably it's exactly what I'm going to be buying the next one. Yeah. I mean, I looked at the thing today.
I kind of want to put that up on our T-shirt site as a shirt design.
Teeth.
Teeth. I laughed so hard when I saw that, and even now when I think about it, it cracks me up. I can't stop laughing at it. It's her damn face.
I mean, she has probably the worst face, but we still like her.
It's great. Right. Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, the shirt was a big hit. Leah had fun at the party. Cleaned up. I couldn't even close their wallet. So
nice.
I know, right?
So you snuck a few bills out of there because they won't even notice, right?
Well, that's why I told Leah. I'm like, well, because Leah was counting up all her cards and stuff
Yeah.
right before we went to bed, and then we got up next morning to meet my parents for breakfast and stuff. I'm like, Leah, clearly you're paying for this breakfast. I mean,
Yeah, that seems fair.
it's Father's Day, and
yeah. I mean, at least for yours, that would be fair. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I gotta. We met my parents. My sister came. We eat breakfast. We have a couple, Bloody Marys, enjoying life, and then the bill comes, and Chuck's like, "I'm not paying for that. It's Father's Day." So my sister, I ended up splitting the bill, but I'm thinking like, but I'm also a dad. What happened here?
Sucks when you're not at the top of the chain.
I know. And I mean, I've tried picking up the tabs before with Chuck.
Yeah.
And he does not allow it.
Yeah.
Like the one time I actually did, I snuck it by him. It was
right.
he's like, and he acted like I punched an old lady in the face. He was so.
Well, you did. That's how you snuck it by him.
That's true. Yeah. She was reaching for the credit card. I just uppercutted her.
Yeah.
Hit her with a dragon punch.
Yeah. Tossed your card on the little thing, and then, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, whoops. Whoops. Didn't mean to Ken Shirokin you on fire. My apologies.
Yeah. I mean, you kind of did.
Kind of. Or whatever that uppercut was called.
Probably not going to admit to it, though. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Meh.
Sonic boom.
Exactly.
That's what I'd be doing.
We after those that breakfast, which was delicious, and us splitting the bill and me crying silently to myself.
Sure.
Chuck was like, "Well, let's go to Barbie's." I'm like, "What the? Wow. Have you ever been?
That place is still open.
So you know of it?
Years ago. Yeah, I know of it. I've been there years ago, like once.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I've never been in there.
Yeah.
And we're sitting down. The crowd in there was outrageous. I mean, it was young guys, old guys. This is like 11 in the morning. And I know a lot of factory workers go there after work, but because they're open to like 5:30 to 2:30. It's insane. Like 5:30 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. That's their hours.
That's how I ended. That's how I ended up there one time. Is we were out late, and the people I was with, we ended up there for the
the early shift,
drinking, basically. Yeah. Go, hey, let's get some bloodies.
That's fair. But so Chuck was telling me, he's like, I used to come here when I had a fake ID, and Barbie, who's the owner, was there. And she came walking. She's like in her 80s and shit. The bike, but I've never been in there. And dude, I didn't pay for any drinks there. My sister's man did. He kept picking up the bill, so I'm like, I'll have another PBR, I guess. But the first time he came back, he's like, oh, 3 beers, and it was like $5.50. I know. I was like, okay. It's like walking through a time. Like, my mom was like, yeah, the Bloody Marys are like $4. Yeah, so it's like walking through a time machine.
She's just lost. Yeah, she's lost her mind. She still thinks it's 1987.
Like, we have record losses, Barbie. Keep the prices the same, hun.
Yeah.
These guys are only making 75 cents an hour.
Go to the store and buy some more. Yeah. When you tell her you have record losses, she thinks people are stealing from the jukebox.
Exactly. Speaking of the jukebox, by the way.
Well, we'll just use a radio.
This little bastard at the bar went up and put money in the, not the ATM, Jesus Christ, the jukebox, digital jukebox.
Yeah.
And he started, its playlist was weird, right? It was a country song, and then it was like a pop song, and then it was a rap song. That's fine. But then it went to the Day-O song from Beetlejuice. It's like, we're all what the fuck? And then it goes from that to the other song they sing, the Mambo song, jump in the line. Da, da. That comes on next, the music system in Barbie's isn't great.
Really?
You
I
would
would
think
think it'd
so.
be amazing.
So when like the bassiness has happened in the jump into line song, it sounds like gorillas. Just like it was horrible.
I feel like that adds to it.
So the music dies. It's nice and quiet for a while because it was loud as fuck. And then the music starts up again.
Yeah.
That's where we're like, oh, he's got the app now. He doesn't have to go up there, right?
Oh.
So
Right.
we get a little, Usher, yeah. I mean, that's all right. And then it went to a
Yeah.
country song. And then it's went to fucking Hakuna Matata.
The only thing I can think of is was he
Yeah, he was at the
because
bar
maybe
with his
people
girl
at the
or
table were
something.
each making suggestions.
Yeah, he was at the
Oh, okay.
yeah, and you could tell they'd already been, they've already been there for early breakfast probably.
I love the Lion King soundtrack, but I'm not trying to pull it up at the bar, you know?
Yeah, because once they left,
Yo, this is a
stopped.
banger.
Yeah, like yo, you're not down with Timon and Pumbaa? Fuck you.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah,
exactly.
Barbie's is still open, Brian.
He rolls his shirt up. He's got, Timon and Pumbaa on his arm.
On his hips.
Yeah. Yes, like their guns
Exactly.
or butterflies or hummingbirds or whatever it is. Different people.
Butterbirds.
Yeah.
Humming flies.
Yeah. He has Hakuna Matata across his belly like Thug Life, like Tupac.
Hell yeah. Hey, actually, dude, I can see it. It's
like, did you know this means no worries?
here's your Hakuna Matata Thug Life tattoo. Okay, you got Hakuna Matata in like an arc, right? And then connecting them, you have a hammock. And there's
nice.
maybe Timon and Pumbaa are in the hammock or something.
Yeah, sure. Well, you gotta have somebody.
So that's your Hakuna Matata Thug Life tat. Yes.
Yep. It's like, man, I used to go hard, but then I saw this movie. It changed my life, dude.
He's always wearing the Lion King shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, man, that's what I say now. Just Hakuna Matata. He's no worries, bro. It's my problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
Oh, shit. Easily the movie I've seen more than any other movie in the history of anything I've ever watched.
Really?
So it's not even close. I used to put it on every day video in the kids section, and I'd stand there and watch it.
That makes sense. Like I think my category for that movie.
I used to walk around the store quoting the movie with the movie while I was walking around.
I think mine would either be Star Wars or it'd be Monty Python the Holy Grail.
Right.
As my.
Or Debbie Does Dallas.
Yes. Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. They really.
Again,
No. In the trilogy, the second movie is always the best.
For sure. Naturally. Speaking of movies, the other night we're flipping through the channels and Jaws was on again.
Of course.
And we were watching it for a little bit, and I'm like, I just think I'm done with Jaws. Like there's just no suspense to it anymore. And it's honestly, I think it's boring because, I mean, what's going to happen. And really, there's only, 15 minutes of real action in the movie. The rest of it is just people acting like dinks.
Hey, that's accurate.
What? So I think I've just seen it too many times is what it is. It's like, I think it needs to be put on the shelf for a little bit and brought back in a few years. Like, it's one of the things I thought Disney used to do well.
Put it in the vault.
When they would put movies in their vault, and then after 10 or 15 years they'd bring it back and it felt like a new movie kind of thing to people. But yeah. But you know what else I watched this week was Renfield is on Peacock now.
Was it good?
So we watched that. Yeah, it was funny, it was enjoyable. Nicolas Cage is fantastic as Dracula. Dude, the whole movie is such, I mean, it just beats you over the head with it almost, but about it being a codependent relationship. I mean, it's not even veiled. They mention it multiple times in there, but it's so good how, the skin on it is that it's, has to do with Dracula. but it's really just a codependent / action movie
Dracula.
with Dracula in it. But it's really good. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. Like it's got a lot of gore.
I
in
mean,
it,
that's fine.
Yeah. There's some great shit. I won't tell you any of it, but there's some great scenes in there that like we're watching, and I would bust out laughing because of how ridiculous the scenario was. You know.
Speaking of that, we just started.
My mom thoroughly enjoyed it too. So
we just started watching. I Wish You Would Leave because I got Netflix back. And those scenarios, we're only like 2 or 3 episodes deep.
Yeah, I've only
the
watched
scenarios
the first season, so there's only 6 episodes.
Are ridiculous.
Right? They're so good though.
Yeah, it's been pretty fun so far.
That show's been so good. I need to pick it back up and watch the other 2 seasons. But yeah. And I will, because I was just finishing up a couple other things first, and
he went robot mode.
Like show Unicorn Warriors Eternal, I think it is. Yeah.
Oh yes,
that's what it is. Staying on that and whatever. And I saw they just announced the other day Primal is for sure getting a season 3, which is awesome because that's a dope show.
I started, haven't finished.
It's not a show I can really binge because again, it's similar in the Samurai Jack fashion of there isn't a lot of dialogue.
Yeah.
So really are just paying attention to what's going on, and the animation's great and everything. This newer show, there's a lot of dialogue and all that stuff. So it paces faster. But, Primal and Samurai Jack, you get caught. It kind of teaches you to really take in the artwork.
Which is nice.
And the design work that goes into the show. But I was excited to see Gennady Tartakovsky on his Instagram. He confirmed it the other day that it got a season 3, which is surprising. So many shows don't get past a first season anymore, let alone or a second season, So
this might be the part where they meet like Jesus, because Jesus and dinosaurs are all together, right?
Maybe. Yeah. That would be funny if he, at some point with one of his shows, just starts crossing over all of his shows because they're so vastly different.
It would be fun, though, because...
Clearly, the show that would have to be the core show would be Dexter's Lab.
Oh.
Like Dexter invents a time machine or a multiverse engine or something, and then he can visit the other characters.
Would make that would make the most sense, for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, well, Samurai Jack kind of could, too, because he kind of bounces around to different worlds.
There is time travel and stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see Dexter floating around in some sort of, Playmobil car churned dimension hopper.
Right.
Oh wait, no. Dexter was very, very sciencey. He wasn't taking everyday objects. Never mind. My bad.
Right. No, I like the idea though of him taking the Playmobil car and turning it into his time machine.
That's fair.
Like, this is all I could get my hands on.
Oh man.
His parents won't buy him like a Power Wheels. They'll only buy him one of the Playmobil cars.
Yeah, get them little legs running so you go work them fields later when you're 9 of working age. I don't know where this is going.
I don't either. Jeez. Did you see Netflix showed off little teaser images for Last Airbender?
I did not.
Live action. Like it's the main characters in their like costumes, like as their characters, I should say.
Let's see here.
So, yeah, it's supposed to come out next year. It looks like. I guess depending on how long the writer's strike goes.
That is accurate.
Because it's like I keep seeing Marvel's, like pushing things back, and I'm like, at this point, there's almost no point in announcing when things are coming out until this gets settled, because nobody's gonna be writing this shit.
True.
Unless it's already done.
Right. I mean, I'm not mad at the characters here, Brian.
They look
like
pretty
Avatar characters.
The real question, man, is like, when that show comes out, it's like, do I want to put my heart on that roller coaster again?
Yeah, I mean,
there's some rough rides in that show.
yeah, that is true, but it's like good for your soul.
Yeah. Oh, if it's any good, I'll for sure be watching the
Yeah.
whole thing. The real question will be, though, like, Netflix has been notorious lately for even their own created stuff, like giving it one season and canceling it.
I kind of feel like they don't want to bring up the wrath of Avatar Nation.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because in that same note, they also debuted a little teaser trailer for One Piece, which they're also doing a live action version of. I don't know if you've ever watched One Piece.
No, I'm familiar, but I've never watched.
Okay. I've watched a couple episodes, but it's like the longest running anime, and there's tons of episodes of it. So people are like, yeah, I'm real afraid to really get invested in this because, again, Netflix has been notorious lately for cutting shows. And it's like, and now they're going to introduce a show based on, that's like the longest running of its type.
Seems like a risky proposition there, boys.
Yeah, to get invested in that. It's like one of those where it might be better to just wait until it's over and then jump in and watch it if you want. That way, if it only gets one season, maybe you don't jump in. Kind of like, oh, shit, I can't think of the show now. Oh, man, that anime that they just turned into a live action recently and it only got one season. Cowboy
Bebop. Yeah.
And a lot of people there were a lot of disappointed people that it got canceled, and then other people didn't think it was a good version of
just
it.
Put it out of its misery.
So,
Shoot!
Yep. So I think that's why people are, little leery.
I mean, I think everyone gets a little leery when you're starting to molest, like your content from your youth or whatever.
Yeah.
And
right. Well, especially One Piece that's so much of it, that it's not like, I mean, you could get to a certain point in a story arc and go, okay, well, we've told this story and that's what we're going to tell. Like Watchmen, the TV show, right? It told a story. It could have kept going, and it was, what's his nut was like, I don't need to do more, basically, But with a show like this, people are going to, or like Avatar, it's like, you got to tell the whole story. Otherwise, you've done an injustice to it.
Yeah, if you walk the path, you must finish the journey.
Right. And please don't just mush it into one season.
Oh, for the love of God. Yeah, stretch it out. Let it grow. Let it blossom.
Well, much like the cartoon, I think you need to give essentially each element its own season, basically. That path needs or at least the better part of a season, so that he because Aang has to learn.
They're saying it's gonna be like episode 1, water.
I'm real curious to see when. Yeah.
2,
episode 2,
fire.
Again. Yeah, fire. Yeah, exactly. Like, wait, what?
Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens.
Yeah.
I want to see the swamp people.
Yeah. This dog won't hunt. Yeah. That's my biggest fear, is that's what'll end up happening, and I'll be like, I guess at that point, if I got that angry about it, time to cue the original back up.
Yeah, I mean, there is
scratch the itch.
An emergency chute that can be pulled. You are correct.
Yeah.
And it's fail-proof.
And you won't be, I was going to say, and you won't be disappointed with that, because I've already watched it twice. So, and neither time was I disappointed with it.
If you want to be disappointed, watch the live-action movie.
Nah,
That's
good.
one of those Wile E. Coyote emergency chutes. That's an anvil.
It's
terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know what they were thinking with that.
But wasn't that M. Night Shyamalan too? Yeah.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep. Yeah. Like, here, let's make this nothing like the source material.
Exactly. What
terrible.
are you doing?
angrying up a fan base. That's what
that
you're doing.
is accurate.
Because even now, if you bring it up to people that are diehards, they'll like, oh, it's like bringing up Batman and Robin to me. You know?
Fair enough.
So, yeah. No, I keep seeing people trying to defend it, and like, nope, I'll have none of this.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm. That was the stop it, he's dead phase of beating Batman movies to death. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, man. You know what's weird? The other day, I don't remember what network it was, had the Joker on. Or Joker. Okay. The movie.
Yeah,
You've seen it,
for sure.
Or things could freeze up right there. Okay. So the part where like his mom gets put into a home or whatever, that's basically where it started. You know, so it's early, but not early all the way back. So there's still whatever. And it's just so funny how, because she's like, well, I thought the Joker, I'm like, you can't bring any of the Batman lore into this. I'm like, it does not. I'm like, they bring elements into it only for name recognition. But I told her, I said, if you really track the timeline, Bruce Wayne's a boy in the movie. So I was like, you know, Joker would literally be like 40 years older than him, you know, and Bruce, he's not Batman until he's like 20 or 21. So it's like, you know, Joker would be 60.
Here comes Joker shuffling down the sidewalk. We had to finish what I started 20 years ago.
Yeah. Batman's like, I just took all your Social Security away.
Yeah.
You know? No. But yeah, I told her, I said, yeah, this is its own thing. It exists independently, or it's potentially
origin story.
An origin story of a Joker. I was like, I told her, I said, I hate how they did all of that. I think they could have just made the movie and it would have probably been a fine movie on its own. But it bugged me so much that they kept trying, you know, that it was called Joker and all this, because it really has little to do with the Batman lore, you know.
But people did love it, though. They're like,
oh yeah, that's what I said. I don't know that it needs to be called Joker. You know, I think you could have just had any characters and it probably would have been fine. Ha-ha Man would have been a good one. Yes. Yeah. Ha-ha Man. That reminds you of like when a movie gets renamed for another country because the word they used here is offensive in another country or something like that.
Ha-ha Man. Like, oh, yeah, this is going to be hilarious, kids. Let's go.
You walk out like, that was not what I was expecting.
I didn't laugh like hardly once.
Like when he smothers his mom with the pillow, you know, like.
See what I want to see, Brian. I want to see a Joker movie that's kind of like Spider-Man and, you know, Spider-Verse. So you pull in all these Jokers.
That could be
fun,
so
you got
actually.
like the Jack Nicklaus one and Caesar. What?
No, Jack Nicholson.
that was a party. That was a party you went to. He was
the Jack Nicklaus one would be great because it's just he's a golfer.
He's so good at it though.
Real good, yeah.
Like his slices, his little smiley faces. It's crazy.
Yep. He is actually not a good golfer, but every time he hits one of the balls, it just expels Joker gas. So the crowd really, no one ever knows truly how he hits the ball. You know,
so good.
Yeah. Damn, this guy's great. Noticed.
I know, right? I'm almost out. I got another bottle on standby, though.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'd like to see that, though. You get all these different Jokers together, and you know, animated
that
series.
Actually could
all
be a
that.
really fun thing to see. Yeah. Because also, I mean, you could turn that into a whole Batman story where he's got to figure out a way to beat all of these Jokers.
Like, what the fuck? Lego Joker? All right.
Yeah, like they're all working together against him. Yeah. So, did you see? It looks like the Flash only made like 55 million.
I'm not
opening.
Surprised.
I was like, ooh, you know, and I saw people like, oh, it must not be very good, and I'm like, yeah, it's not all that. There's a lot of the Ezra Miller.
Oh, you
stuff.
mean Ezra being a ghoul?
Yeah.
The Flash in other ways.
Yeah. And like most of the reviews I read for it, it's weird. Like people that I've seen that have gone and seen it, they're either like, holy shit, it was awesome, or they seem to be like the Michael Keaton stuff is fantastic, or like the other characters are great, but the overall movie is
Like
kind of
I'd like to
thing,
see the
you know?
Batman scenes just as a supercut, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I don't really care about the rest of it. Like my want of DC movies.
Well, out of curiosity, have you heard about the various cameos in it?
No, can't say I have.
Okay, I won't
You're
tell you
more-
then,
Brian,
but okay, that's why I was curious.
I mean, you can spoil. It's fine. I don't even know if I'll ever watch it. I don't give a
Sure.
shit.
All right. They actually have, like, Nicolas Cage has a cameo as
That's
Superman.
amazing. Okay, now I want to see that. All right, you got me on that one.
So
This is a trick question.
yeah, because I kept seeing a thing that was like, you won't believe the cameo, and I'm running through my head thinking of the different, like, mostly Flash stuff or DC stuff, and I'm like, and in my head, the first one that popped in my head was like, I wonder if they got Ryan Reynolds to be Green Lantern.
That would be
as kind of
great.
a joke. And so finally, then I see a thing that was like, Kevin Smith delighted with the cameo, and I'm like, what the fuck would Kevin Smith be super happy seeing in there? And then when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, because remember he did the write on that, or he did some of the writing for that
that's
version.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, because he talks about it in his like one-man show stuff that he did. So, but I was like, oh, that's really fun. I guess I should have said spoilers for anyone who.
Too late, fuckos.
Sorry, spoilers. Be like the tornado sirens here the other day. Too late.
Too late.
Dude, real quick, going back to Renfield,
Okay.
there's a couple scenes in there where if you've seen the old Dracula with like Bela Lugosi, you know how like when he first shows up, they put like the strip of light across his eyes and kind of darken everything else. They do that shot for shot with Nicolas Cage,
that's
and
awesome.
it's fantastic.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Because it's when Renfield and him first meet, and they show it, and it looks like the original Dracula movie. It's chef's kiss,
Excellent work, boys.
Right. And I saw Nicolas Cage on Colbert one night, and he was talking about how he's a huge horror fan, and was a big fan of like the Bela Lugosi one and all that. And he's like, I really wanted to bring some of that to it and everything. So
quite nice. Yeah, I'm definitely on my things to watch list.
Yeah. That's why the other day somebody I know on Twitter posted that they were watching it, and I was like, did you rent it? And they were like, no, it's on Peacock. And I'm like, oh, hello there.
Oh, hello there. I wonder. I can't remember if I ever set up a Peacock account or not. Because they usually give you a week for free, Brian.
Right. You can watch Cocaine Bear again if you want to.
That is a fun one.
Yeah, it's on there. I'm gonna watch that soon because I actually completely forgot it was in there. So yeah, so I need to watch that.
Cocaine Bear.
Last week we had we talked about the Iron Sheik passing away,
baby, rest in peace.
Like a titan of the industry kind of thing. Yeah. And this week, the comic world lost a titan. I don't know if you saw John Romita.
Yeah,
Sr.
I did see that.
And man, if people aren't familiar with his art, you should go check it out. He's responsible for some of the most famous panels, maybe in not just Spider-Man history, but like comics history. Like he has the one, he drew the one where it's Mary Jane saying, "Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot," to Peter. Which is an iconic. It's so iconic. They're making a Funko Pop.
That's hilarious.
It's coming with a little word bubble to go next to her, even.
Yeah.
And the other one is the Spider-Man No More comic, where it shows Peter Parker walking away from
the
like
mask
you see,
and the
like
garbage.
So, and he co-created characters. I know he co-created Wolverine, but the Punisher and Mary Jane obviously as well too. But I loved his art so much as a kid. He was one of the first guys that I think drew me to, sorry for the pun, but to Spider, because he was one where I think I saw a lot of the Spider-Man issues that my brother had were Romita Spider-Man. So he was one of the first artists that I saw, and really kind of was like, holy shit, this is not the same as everybody else doing comics at the time. Like I loved his, and I still do to this day. I still look at his art, and he was a tremendous artist. So, and his son's a good artist too. You know, John Romita Jr. has done a bunch of Spider-Man work and various stuff over the years too. He's a hell of an artist too. But if you're not familiar with him, for sure look his art up. He's done some
like you were
great
saying,
stuff.
guarantee you start looking at his panels, you're like, oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, there's probably stuff you've seen even if you didn't realize it. Yeah. So yeah. Sad to see him go. I mean, he was 93. I mean, it's not like he was.
That was a surprise, probably.
Yeah.
What a bummer.
I know.
Oh, I mean,
it is
it
a
is,
bummer, but you know, yeah, he retired years ago and everything. But again, like anybody who, one thing that's cool about creatives is that if they pass away, you still have their work. You can go. They live on through their work, basically. You know, you can still go back and see all his awesome artwork. You can, you know, enjoy the comics that he created over the years and whatever.
A legacy,
so,
Brian.
You know, at least there's that.
A legacy.
Yeah. Same with Sheiky Baby. You can go back and read his tweets. And I saw someone the other day with Sheik saying, you know, that Twitter feels a lot colder without the fuck Hulk Hogan tweet every week. I was like, you know, there's something about that.
That's fair.
Not wrong. Yeah. So, yeah.
Sad.
Sad.
You make me sad.
Quite sad. Makes me sad. Yep. Oh man, so this week we got Secret Invasion starts up Wednesday.
Oh, all right. I might have to watch that.
The old Nick Fury Skrulls show. It's a six-part series. So
I mean,
I'm excited for that.
I've been enjoying the Marvel shows more than the movies lately. So which is
me too.
Funny.
And I really, one thing I like is like this one, it's Fury, and Fury's not a superhero. You know, he's a spy or whatever. So it's in the, you know, I always love the Skrull thing because it really is such a clusterfuck for the heroes to figure out. You know, because they literally can turn into anyone, you know. For anyone who's not familiar with the Skrulls, you should read up a little bit because they've introduced them in Marvel previously, in Captain Marvel and in Spider-Man
they're just,
No Way Home.
setting the tone for the upcoming arcs, you know.
Right. But this is literally supposed to be one where we don't know how many of them are actually on Earth. And literally anybody could
It's like
be a Skrull.
Battlestar Galactica when they remade it. You don't know who was Cylon. Yeah, that was a fun show.
Yep. So I always liked the Skrull stuff in the comics too, because it was such a the reveals end up being the real reason you're doing it. Like, holy shit, Captain Marvel was a, you know, or whoever, you know, I'm just using this example. But, and that's what I think this show is going to have too, is there's going to be at least one major character that's going to be a Skrull.
Well, they have to do it that way. If they don't do it that way, they suck.
Yeah. Right. And all the money, basically, if you were a betting person, it would be on Rhodey, you know, Don Cheadle's character.
Yeah.
Like it would be on him, because in this he's more of a like politician. He's not as much War Machine War Machine. Yeah. So that's the odds-on favorite, but it also could be where he's so obvious he's the red herring. You know.
True.
Like the real twist would, you know, they've already done Nick Fury as a Skrull, so it won't be Nick Fury most likely, because they did that in I can't remember, because him and Maria Hill were both Skrulls in one of the movies. Like they revealed that they were. So,
it's gonna be in episode 3, and it's gonna be Man in Diner Booth is gonna be the Skrull.
I knew
that
it.
son of a bitch! No one stirs their coffee like that.
Someone's gonna be listening and be like, Tony got it. Tony.
Oh shit!
To be like when you're watching like Only Murders in the Building and you're trying to figure out who the murderer is as the season goes, you know, for bragging rights or whatever. Like, I knew it, dude. I knew it.
I mean, I love a good mystery show, so hopefully Secret Invasion will, you know, give me what I need, what I'm missing from Only Murders.
Right. And Only Murders coming back in like 2 months, I think. I think it's like August.
Bro, that's still 2 months away. I can't wait that long.
I know. I understand.
It's crazy talk.
I understand. This is a good bridge. This is a good bridge for it, because it'll take us through this month and most of next month. So, yeah. But the early reviews on it are that there's not a lot of like the superhero-y stuff. That it's really like more, you know, tense
That's
spy
fine.
stuff.
That's a good change of
No,
pace.
I agree. That's why everyone
Yeah,
loved Andor.
I still haven't watched it. I'm sad.
Because Andor.
Am I a Star Wars fan? Am I?
Are you though? Are you when I've watched more Star Wars than you? Are you?
Or am I just a flunk out from Stormtrooper class? Sitting on the streets of Tatooine, eating sand, because I can't afford anything else. And sand, I hate sand.
That's a rough life. Well, at least you're not
That's
eating
true.
salt. Like that one, well, I forgot one of the newer movies when the guy puts that to his mouth and salt.
He pulls away that awful movie.
Yeah.
That'd actually be a fun cut to do.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie just sad as he says it, like she's watching, you know, like you ever see that Family Guy where they make Peter says something about Alyssa Milano, I think, and then it zooms out to her watching the show, and she says something to her lawyer, and he's like, "I'm suing, I'm suing."
That's pretty good.
Yeah, be similar to that with Angelina Jolie.
She's
instead,
just sad.
you know? How dare you?
Salt. Ugh.
Yuck.
Yeah, I want a good mystery show. It's been a while since I've seen a good one. So
yeah, I think from what I'm reading, it sounds like because people who've watched, I guess they were allowed to see the first 2 episodes.
Where was our link?
Basically,
Disney.
I know. Pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, we see how it is.
Pretty rude.
Get ready for the salty language attack. Our legions of fans.
Wait till they find out that we've been Skrulls the whole time.
Dude, that's the dating game of the future. Skrull or no Skrull?
Yes, you worded it perfectly. In my head, as soon as you said it, Skrull or no Skrull was the name of it.
Yes.
So good. Yeah.
Yep, it's perfect. Yep. I don't know how you determine if people are Skrulls or not. Torture? I don't know. How do we do this?
I mean, honor system, I guess. I don't know. Well, when you kill them.
Are your fingers crossed, sir? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, if you kill them, they immediately revert. So I guess, you know.
Oh, God, this is a terrible game.
We're only going to get one episode. It'll never go to air either. Like, all right, sir, Skrull or no Skrull? No Skrull. Let's find out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You were wrong.
Oh, well, he was
no Skrull. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. Wow, that's a terrible show.
Oh, man. I got to get a hold of Mojo and see if he'll pick this up.
You talking about that thing from X-Men?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I was like, because for a hot second, I'm like, is Mojo a streaming platform? Because it sounds like it should be.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I guess, yeah, doesn't it? Mojo.
Right. It does sound like one of those free TV services or something like Tubi.
You're talking about Mojo, and I'm like, what? What? Do I need to download this? Is there some cool shit on Mojo?
I think Mojo was the name of the helper monkey that Homer gets on The Simpsons too. That he just feeds awful food and he just gets super fat. And when they come up to the monkey at one point and they were like, you know, say something to him and he pushes on one of those like those I don't know, a keyboard that talks basically. And he just types in, it's like, pray for Mojo. Because Homer's mistreated him so badly. Just feeding him beer and
like he's probably just giving him his diet. He's like, this is what I eat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is clearly healthy. I'm in peak physical condition.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, Homer is alpha.
Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be a great T-shirt.
See all these $1 million ideas we have, Brian, and we just file them away, move on to the next episode.
Yep, and forget about them in an hour.
Oh man,
like General Duke's
dude,
chicken.
I'm telling you. Oh, dude.
Dude.
You know, the problem was when you said when you said General Do's chicken, the first thing that popped in my head was those ridiculous mascots that Mountain Dew makes for their drinks now. And I was just picturing like a dude in like Mongolian armor with the big sword, but it was like a chicken, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, clearly this is General Dew I'm looking at on this bottle.
Yeah. He's up on a horse looking all regal.
Got the Genghis Khan mustache, you know?
For sure, yeah.
God, that really hit me earlier.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of chicken.
I love chicken.
I've been on a run of eating chicken sandwiches at night off from them damn Aldi
DIY chicken sandwiches.
Yeah, they're running an air fryer, crisp it up. Although with my air fryer, I haven't gotten it quite right to get it the right crispness yet, but it still tastes great. So that's the problem is I keep leaving it in a little longer, but it's like I haven't found the right, because obviously I don't want to burn it, so I don't want to go too far, but so I'm just pushing it like a minute at a time.
I got an idea for you.
I'll get it. I'll dial it in.
So you figure out where you like your Aldi red bag chicken minute wise, right? Okay, so then you dial that back a minute. So say if you put in for 8, you put it in for 7. So when 7 minutes are up, you get some tongs, pull it out of your air fryer, drop that bitch in the toaster, crispy.
Well, my air fryer is a toaster.
Shit, it's already
also,
there,
so.
Brian. This is crazy.
Yeah.
What sort of weird technology is this?
You're right. Well, I mean, it's like a 6-function toaster oven. So I think what it is I think as an air fryer, it doesn't as normal air fryers do, because it's got more space in it. So I think it takes a little more dialing in. It'd be like trying to use your oven as an air fryer. Like, you know, they have ovens now that are air fryers. I bet the timing on those is a lot different than like a basket air fryer.
Right, for sure.
You know, so I'm guessing that's probably what it is. I just haven't dialed it in yet. I'll get it figured out.
Or toaster.
Right, or a toaster.
Yeah. Or
toaster actually would work.
You get an iron.
Yeah, nice little panini action.
Oh, see, actually, honestly, if you had like a panini press or a Foreman grill.
Right, which, damn it, I don't have either of those.
We actually bought a Foreman grill a while ago. We made it to toast sandwiches because it was cheaper than anything else. So
no, do you remember before the Foreman grill, they had those? Remember,
yeah, made the little like triangles. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We
used to do sandwiches at my house all the time.
Hell yeah. I love having pockets of molten cheese.
That's what it was too. It was always like ham and cheese when I was making it. It's like white bread, ham, cheese.
Yeah, a little butter on the outside, or I can't believe that's not butter.
That's right. So it gets a little golden brown.
Hell
sure, buddy.
yeah. You throw that bitch in there.
It's that thing too.
It's like making a Molotov cocktail. Imagine if we wung that fresh out the thing at somebody's face. They'd look like Zuko.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Callback.
Good call. Good call. I like it.
Thank you. I set that one up an hour ago.
That was the only problem. Yeah. That was the only problem with those, is that afterwards you did have to let them set for like a minute before burning your face on them.
It's like anytime we get pizza, I immediately like, and I burn my mouth.
Me too.
And Michelle's always like, why don't you just wait? It's like, but I can't. It's pizza. I have to make sweet love to it immediately.
Yep. Same as pizza rolls.
Oh yeah.
You know they're molten hot out of the oven, but damn it if you're not going to stick them right in your face.
Fresh out the oven. Those things are war crimes.
Yeah.
And you throw them immediately in your mouth and do that like open mouth chew.
Yeah.
Like a dog.
Like reaching for your drink to try to douse it, you know, before it completely melts your tongue to your roof.
Exactly.
Your mouth.
Then the next day you're like, got all this like dead skin in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking pizza rolls, man.
Yep. As you're making more.
Yeah. Because breakfast rolls.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if they still make those. They did make those. They had sausage and something else. I think it was cheese or something like that.
Brian, how do you feel about sausage gravy and pizza rolls?
Listen, it probably wouldn't be terrible. You just have to change the dough a bit so it doesn't seem like pizza.
No, actual just pizza rolls.
Okay.
Instead of biscuits, it is dump sausage gravy on it.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Pizza. It's pizza rolls for breakfast.
Oh, I think they had breakfast pizza rolls at one
You,
point. Like I said, I think they had like cheese and sausage in them or something like that, or bacon, something to that effect.
I mean, here's my thoughts on it. I get what they're trying to do, but in the morning with breakfast, I don't want a plate of pizza rolls.
No, I agree.
Like I've had breakfast hot pockets. Those are more satisfying than a plate of pizza rolls.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, it's like, oh, this is a little bit of egg.
There's certain things they've done for breakfast that I'm just like, no. It's like, was it the companies that have done like the sausage with like a breakfast sausage with like a pancake batter? It's like a corn dog, and I'm like, nah, like that's just weird to me.
I mean, I said nah to it too, but that's if I have pancakes and sausage, I usually do a bit of pancake, a bit of sausage in the syrup, bang. But I thought that shit was weird too until one time I got a Bloody Mary that had that in it, like as part of the decoration, you know. And I just ate it because I'm like, ooh, a corn dog. And then it was a breakfast dog. And it was a blueberry pancake sausage. Right. It kind of hit, man.
Yeah, I can see that. It's just, I think what it is it goes talks we've had on here. When I get breakfast, like, like I want it to feel like when I look at it, I want to go, why am I doing this to myself?
Yes.
You know? So that it matches how I feel.
If I got the spot for you, then,
you know,
I'm sure you've been there before because this is where we went for breakfast on Father's Day. We went to Rumors.
Oh yeah, my sister worked there before it was Rumors, when it was like Michael K's, I think is what it was called. And then she worked there when it became Rumors, but I haven't been there since then. And I mean, she worked there when she was like 20.
The portions at Rumors are insane. Michelle and I split the big breakfast, like you were just talking about. That's always my go-to breakfast too. And we split it.
By split, you mean she ate like 2 bites and you ate the rest?
So much food. Like it was 2 eggs, all the potatoes in the world. It felt like.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, we ate them. It was crazy.
Yesterday. Okay.
And we got it with Euro meat because it's also a Lebanese restaurant. Yeah, so that was delicious too.
Yes.
But dude, it was so much food. We didn't even finish it. Both of us. We split it. And it was like $11. God damn you, Skype. We're beeping. Oh, I heard some more. I heard some sonar pings on my end. And then we're back. What did you hear about how giant Rumors portions are? Okay.
Yes.
But we should go because honestly, sitting at the bar there for breakfast is amazing. The tables all kind of suck. The bar is the spot to be, and the breakfast is good, and it's affordable, and they make a good Bloody Mary, which I know isn't really your jam, but boy, is it mine. Oh, shit, I lost your audio, bro. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I don't know what happened. This has become a very odd live stream, ladies and gentlemen. I can't. Nope. Mm-mm. Oh.
Wow.
Shit, you're back.
Oh, that figures right as I hit stop.
Yeah, that was weird, man.
All right, well, I'll just... Yeah. Stupid thing telling me there's dropouts. So when me and Jen recorded the other night, it did the same thing. It kept telling me that there were dropouts, and there wasn't. We had no issues through the whole thing, but it kept telling me there were dropouts. So, all right, well, I'll just pick it back up here then. What a pain in the arse. All right, here we go. All right.
Technical difficulties strike again, baby.
Yep. So yeah, well, I was actually just thinking the other day because I got an email from Bob Evans that was like, if you order in the app, you get like and spend like $15, you get like a full farmer's breakfast free. Yeah, and I was like, well, it's easy to spend $15.
Yeah,
there,
absolutely.
You know, so
A couple slices of pie, a couple coffees.
but yeah, I think you have to order it through the app, and it's like, well, I don't want to get my breakfast to take home. I want to eat it there. I don't like take home breakfast because it tastes like shit. It's like I want to eat it when it's,
hot
gonna
and
melt
fresh.
my mouth.
What if you guys
Exactly.
ordered it in the app for pickup, but you just picked up and it just sat down, just started eating it right there?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering is if we did that, just be like, can we go sit at a booth?
Yeah.
Like I only ordered it through the app because this is how I get this.
Yeah, because I want the deal, man.
We'll take we'll still spend money, but yeah. If not, I mean, you could just get it and sit in the car and eat it.
That's still not very fun. You got to spread it on the hood of the car like fucking Action Bronson does.
Yeah.
Get a couple 40s, have a time.
Yeah, you're right. That's for sure the move. But yeah, it's just just made me realize how long it's been since I've done the full disgusting
Well, I'm
breakfast.
telling you, if you can either A, just stay up on a weekend, or B, wake up and then have the ability to go back to sleep with a full breakfast in you.
Right.
That place opens at like 9.
If I put that much food.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was say if I put that much food in me, I'm sure a nap will be in my future
but
either way.
We should definitely do a breakfast sometime. That'd be
as long as you got a forklift to get me up the stairs once I get
you'd
home,
be all right. Just yard nap. It's warm outside. Yeah, it's not like winter when it's like real dangerous,
Yeah, that's true. Well,
that's true. You got to head for the shade.
Yeah. Just make sure I have a bottle of water.
Yeah, brick of ice
or a hose.
So just put the sprinkler on.
Yeah. Yeah,
the sprinklers. Those feel pretty nice. Yeah. When's the last time you ran through a sprinkler? Probably been a while, huh?
Oh, good Lord, it's been forever. I mean, I've walked through a sprinkler a few times.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where I've been somewhere and the sprinklers come on.
You're like, shit.
You don't really have one. Yeah. You're just like, well, I guess I'm getting wet because I'm not running. Like, fuck that noise. Because I'm not one of those people. It's like it makes me laugh. Not as much now, but it used to make me laugh a lot that, my brother's hair pretty much went forever ago.
Yeah.
And he would still run to a store when it would start raining because what hair he did have, he didn't want it to get messed up. And I'm like, dude, you got no hair. Like all you gotta do is step into the bathroom real quick and just, basically take your hand and push it whichever way you need it to go. And it was good.
See, then you got us, Brian. If it's pouring rain and we walk into a store, we look like Kratos just got out of a fucking ocean.
It's true.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean. If it's pouring, I'm gonna pick up my pace a little bit. But if it's just like a light rain, I'm not running. Dude. I'm not picking my pace up because first of all, I'm too damn old. I'm likely to slip and break a hip or something.
You're not gonna scamper and squeal.
No. Yeah. Right. It's so dumb.
It is.
I mean, now my brother, it's a different story because with his hearing aid, if water gets in there, it can mess the hearing aid up. So he usually covers his ear and he'll pick up his pace, but he doesn't run like he used to. I mean, he would literally run.
Why doesn't he just wear a bucket hat at all times?
I don't know. But yeah, that's why I said when it was because of his hair, I would just shake my head and I'm just like, are you kidding me? It's like, dude, you're bald. Accept it.
Yeah.
You're fighting it. Just stop.
Accept your fate.
Yeah. I mean, even when I had, various, full head to partial full head to very little hair, I never was like, oh my God, my hair.
Oh my God.
Now it'd be different if I just got it did.
Right. For sure.
If I had it all teased up in a beehive or something like I used to do, that was different,
Absolutely.
But otherwise,
I mean, we could just cut, some sort of stencil and get some Krylon and boom, we got hair again.
So true.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, dude, I saw on one of those subreddits the other day, there was one that was, it was one of the bad tattoo ones. And it was somebody that got hair tattooed on their head.
Oh my God.
It looked like someone free-handed it on their head in the worst way,
Oh.
It was so bad.
I gotta see this.
I can't remember which of the subreddits it was in, but I was like,
Wow.
oh my God, it was so bad.
Wow, this is interesting because I just put in hair.
I've seen some.
I put in hair tattoo on head, and they're actually tattooing like stubble on people's heads.
Yes, I was going to say I've actually
crazy.
seen some where they've done stubble and it's looked really good.
Yeah, for sure.
It's still not something I would sit through because fuck that, man. That's gonna be hours and hours of stippling. No thanks. Like I'll just be bald.
Yeah.
Unless you can actually restore my hair, I'm not interested.
Oh,
because I can go buy a nice wig otherwise.
Oh God, I see this. I see it, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh God, why would anyone get that like Caesar hairdo?
Do me a favor. Can you send me the link to that so that I can put it in the show notes in case anyone wants to look at it? It is
a Pinterest link.
Oh, okay.
If you really want it, I'll send it to you though.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
It's all right. At least the people can see it if they want to look at it because it's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible.
Especially if it's the same one, or I guess even if it isn't.
My bad. I didn't realize I had the browser window open.
Okay. Yeah.
That looks terrible, bro.
Yeah. So really quick, I have one story.
Oh, okay. What you got?
Then we should move on. But did you see the other day that they pulled the world's largest kidney stone from a dude or a person, and it's the size of a grapefruit?
Oh no! How?
Yeah.
How?
It's 5.2 inches long, and it weighs 1.76 pounds.
It's how long again?
5.26 inches long.
Jesus Christ. That sounds terrible, man. There's your Pinterest link.
Right? The weird part, how the hell? Right?
That was weird.
So yeah, they obviously they couldn't, you weren't passing that naturally.
What do you mean?
Oh God. That's why when I saw that, because I had to talk about it because man, I thought I had muscle piss. Jesus, this guy had like Hulkamania piss.
It's muscle slurm.
Or woman. I don't know. I'm looking to see if it was a guy or a woman.
Oh God.
It just says from a patient.
It's
it
some
doesn't
sort
say
of
if it was a man or a woman.
Sort of goddamn Uruk-hai creature.
If you didn't know better, you look at that thing and you swear it's some sort of like vegetable or something like that, or a weird shaped potato. Like Jesus Christ.
Can't be potato. We ate all those.
True. Sorry.
Yeah.
I hope you didn't eat that one. That'd be disgusting.
Okay.
This one tastes funny.
Like, this thing's like crunchy.
Yummy.
I don't understand how you can just go through life that hanging out inside you, though.
Well, I've seen so many things from different medical shows over the years where people have got like these weird conditions and they just don't have the money usually to have them treated.
I mean, America.
Yeah. Like there was this guy, I read a story, was a month or two ago, and they were talking about how he had some growth that basically made his cock look huge, but it was not functional with the growth on it. It basically was useless. Like he had a trouble even peeing with it.
That would suck.
So he had the growth thing removed, and now he's back to his normal size, and everything works fine.
Except his OnlyFans.
It's like, well, I'm glad he can. Yeah. Yeah. I liked you better before.
Like, but your username is weird swollen cock guy.
Yeah.
This is false advertising.
I'm so tired of these people always getting surgery.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah. I pay for freakish genitals. I expect freakish genitals.
Exactly. That's gonna be my my clown persona. Freakish genitals.
Freakish genitals. Oh boy, the balloons are gonna be crazy. Yikes. All right. Well, we should probably move into the Q of the W here.
Yeah, Brian.
If you will.
Last week on the Q of the W portion, we asked you, what is the biggest issue America faces right now? And then in parentheses, because it's important, no hateful political posts.
Yeah, I figured I needed to put that in there because I didn't want there to be people, turning it into something that we're not about.
Yeah, it's fair. So our good friend Jason Morrow responded with, the biggest problem he sees in America is hateful political posts. That fucking rascal.
Played, well played. I don't disagree with him. There is an element of that I do wish could go away.
Those comments were, Well, sorry, Brian, I fucked up. There we go. Okay. Well, I didn't realize there was an arrow hidden in the picture, and I accidentally clicked it and went to a previous Q2W post.
Oliver Queen?
Yes. No. So he also came back and said global warming and everything that comes with it.
I was listening to Factually last night, and there was a guy that was on there, and they were talking about like economies of the world and different stuff. And the guy at one point, Adam Conover's like, what do you think needs to change politically, socially, blah, 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 for economies? And the guy goes, honestly, none of it matters. He's like, if we don't fix global warming.
Yeah, fair enough, right?
I was just laughing. But when he went into how global warming affects, like how eventually, because of the water levels, the coastlines won't be livable. Yeah. So all that housing and all those people are going to have to move in further. So any equity they have in those houses will be gone and all that. He was just going on these ripple effects. And I was like, oh, okay. I thought he was just saying it as kind of just being a pro, like, hey, we need to fix this shit because global warming's a problem. But then he actually was like, oh, actually, here's how it affects economies. It wasn't just like, let's save Earth.
Yeah, hey, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's terrifying, isn't it? They're not moving into my yard, though. Yeah.
Go back.
Exactly. Get out of here, you Floridians.
You go back to Jersey.
So silly. Reclaiming the crown. Diamond top fan Big Dev says, Ohio State and Alabama, not the band, fans, retired folk driving 10 under the posted speed limit during rush hour, and Baltica. Wait, that's a problem with Russia.
How dare you, sir? That's a problem for our kidneys if we drink it.
Also.
Yeah. I think that's how that guy ended up with that kidney stone. Probably just too
pure
much.
Baltica.
Baltica is probably the number one beer in Sri Lanka.
I mean, by law.
Yeah. Yeah, it's mandated. Yes. You have to drink it. No water, just
straight Baltica to the face. Into your infant's bottle now.
Yep. I do appreciate that Dev pointed out that the band Alabama is not the problem. Which I don't know. We could probably have a conversation of how they contribute.
I mean, you're probably right. Monica, she pops off, says capitalistic greed. The lower and middle class feeling defeated. We literally can't fight much because money wins all the. This feels like government. Because money wins all the time. Government is bought. There's less hope that protests and fights in court will lead to change and that truly benefit me and you. Oh, and religious zealots. But who am I? I'm a filthy liberal socialist.
I mean, that's fair. She is. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I mean, it's like Wu-Tang always said, money rules everything around me, Wait. Speaking of.
Oh, hey, nice.
Yeah. Forever.
My Wu hand.
Yep.
Here, Diamond Top fan.
Not to be confused with your general.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's the one that's.
That sounds
horrible.
That sounds like something you have after man.
Yeah. Guy got General Doohand. Diamond Top fan Kiki says the '90s fashion that I wore as a kid coming back. Telling my daughter, my friend's daughter, to put things back because knitted shorts chafe like a mofo.
Ooh. I was thinking, like, when she said 90s fashion, my head went to Janko's and shit like that. So.
She also says, also, just because vinyl jelly shoes look cute, they leave blisters everywhere and your feet will stink from the sweat.
Oh.
I remember those.
Dude, I remember girls in school, their feet stunk so bad from those damn shoes.
Right.
And I remember seeing them take the shoes off during class because they were like she said, creating
But
blisters.
that was all the rage.
So, they had
Everyone
totally all the
loved
rage.
jelly shoes. Not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't lie, you
Dude,
love them.
Yeah, that's in my private time.
Yeah. Well, that was a different kind of
That's
love.
true. It's true.
You're just making tender
It's
love to those
sweet
shoes.
love.
Yep. Oddly enough, still got the blisters and the stink
I
too.
know, it's crazy, right?
Although that might have been a separate condition.
I mean, that dude stole stole his name for my signature move, the jelly roll. So I lost Brian on the punchline. God damn it. Oh, yep. And we're frozen. And we're frozen.
in a jelly shoe. Yep.
Wow, I feel like I just went through a time
it's
machine.
Like it knows we're getting close to the.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't even know if my jelly roll line made the podcast.
They're almost done. I
Yes.
heard it. I don't know for sure if it did, but I heard it and inferred what you said. So yeah. Anyway, moving on.
And then we got your ma chimes in and says, it's political too. Read the post.
Dang it.
Says, can any one
Jeez.
person trying to get into the White House, can they be truthful and believable and not two-faced? The answer is no. The answer would be...
I'd vote for two-faced.
Yeah, same. Everything would be a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to flip it over to Instagram where we do have a reply, Brian. Our buddy over the pond, short size, says, portion size! Multiple exclamation points. Says, being a Brit and coming over there, I thought I was going to be 2 stages over morbidly obese and my kidneys would have vacated my rib cage by the time I returned to Blythe. Tis not the case. Maybe I need to head further south for a steak that hangs over both ends of the plate. Yes, you do.
Yeah. Now you're talking. See, son, what that's called is leveling up with all the freedom.
Yes, exactly.
Here.
You have yourself a Coke Ultimate XP Plus, and then you can eat a giant steak. And
the size of
yes,
your
and
torso.
then you keep this process going. And then when you have diabetes and need heart medicine, America will laugh at you.
Yeah,
because you can't afford it.
So good.
We got political.
It is really funny though. Various people I've been friends with on Twitter and stuff, when they've come over here, that's like the one thing they can never get over about America is how massive our portion sizes
about that
are.
breakfast
and
place.
how. Yeah, well, and like one of the women talked about how like over there they don't get free refills on like soda. Whereas here, if you don't give free refills, people are angry about it.
I can't believe they charged me for this.
Like you mean I can't have 3 sodas with my dinner? Like kind of a thing. And it's like, well, you shouldn't have had 1, let alone 3, Listen, as a guy who does, I've cut way back to where at most I'll have 2. But even then, I usually it's more that like I need something to wash down all the food I just ate.
The huge
and
portions.
I don't want water because water yes. Well, a lot of food like water when I drink it with food, it gives me like heartburn. So I need something else, like a beer or a Borg or something. Yeah. Yeah, just something just to wash it down.
Spicy, a little spicy lube.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple of fashions,
delicious.
Whatever. Oh boy. All right. Well, I think for the most part, people behaved in answering, which is good. I figured most people would, but that's why I was like, I got to put this on there
shit needs a
because
disclaimer, yo.
I don't want it to. Yeah, I just didn't want it to turn into.
Well, I'll tell you what the problem is. Like, whoa, there, Grandpa.
Yeah, we didn't want anyone's crazy uncle
exactly.
Basically.
Problem is all these stringent child sex laws. Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
What? sure hope no one edits.
Everyone a louder voice so that everyone. So, what was that?
It's the audio got all fucked up. I was just saying, I hope no one cuts that out of the show and just makes it a ringtone or something.
Oh, yeah. It says, it's so loud that everyone became numb to what everyone else is saying. It took the social aspects of life and put it into phones right there in the palm of your hand, full of 1 million people, and you only actually interact socially with 3 of them. He says, also, he still thinks that me having the Ark is pretty risky. I agree. Putting the Ark of the Covenant in my hands is very
slightly risky. Just slightly.
Right.
I mean, you got to break it up for Halloween. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, right? And yeah, a couple people.
Well, they should have looked at it.
You know, the effects are really.
You put the signs up.
Who hasn't seen Indiana Jones? Yeah. Do not look at the Ark.
Like,
your
what
face
Ark?
Will melt. Yeah. Won't happen to me. Well, probably would help if I actually mark which of the things is the Ark.
But then it's pointing at it.
But that ruins my game show, Ark or no Ark.
They just open a door. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. You have to have a sexy blind lady so she can't make eye contact with it. Drop the curtain, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like, he chose poorly.
Next week's episode of Ark or No Ark. Guy in the background of a mop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's whistling the whole time or dancing around because his AirPods in. Yeah. He's got Footloose going. Yeah. You know, the social media thing, again, I was listening to Factually, one of the guys talking on there the other night. Actually, it was Adam Conover. He made a comment that he thinks that a lot of the problem that leads to those things is how kind of the gatekeepers have fallen aside. Whereas years ago, these people who had these fringe thoughts didn't assemble much, you know, because there was no internet. And now with the internet, they can find each other. He's like, as great as it is that people with good common interests can find each other over their love of whatever, Funko Pops or something like that. But then also people who love things that are not as cool, like racism, can get together and,
and figure some shit out.
And and that stuff would never have been on the news or whatever. And now, like they said in the one episode, it's like 43%, I think they said, of adults get their news from Facebook.
that's I would probably say that's terrifying.
For various reasons. One is that Zuckerberg and his cronies get to decide what we get to see on Facebook, so they literally can decide what news people see. That's no bueno, So anyway, I'll cut it there. If you want to listen, it's so funny. I'm so far, I'm in 2019 or 2020 episodes of that show, and the shit they're talking about, you'd swear to God it's a recent episode. It's still so relevant. I just listened to one last night about student loan debt, because nothing's happened with it, So, yeah. Sorry. Well, thank you to everyone who responded. Work. And let's see. We got 1 through 12 for you to pick from.
4. That's a good number. 4 is going to be good. Yeah.
4?
I can feel it.
Is it, though?
I got the mojo.
Is it?
There's mogination happening.
All right. Pray for mojo.
Yes. Whoa.
What are your favorite microwave foods?
So this is kind of a hard one because I don't really eat much. I mean, especially now our microwave broke. That sucks.
Yeah, right?
I know, right?
Nothing for you.
I would have to say, what's something I heat up in a microwave that I'm like, yes, this be tasty? Because when I was a kid, everything I heat up in the microwave.
Well, for sure, because for a long time you weren't allowed to use the oven/stove. Also, we're kids, we're impatient. It's like, why would I wait 20 minutes for mac and cheese when I've got Easy Mac right here or my microwavable
I can
French
microwave
fries.
this tiny pizza instead of putting it in the oven. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Pizza rolls. Why would you put them in the oven?
I want them to inject all their filling inside my microwave and on the walls.
Yeah.
It tastes horrible.
It tastes gross. They're way worse out of microwave.
But once you put that sausage gravy on them.
Air fry for sure is the leveling up.
Sausage gravy is the leveling up.
some of that general.
I'm gonna
General
invite you
Dew
over
sauce
for
on
brunch
there.
one day. I'm gonna have that.
You know, the thing
Of
is, we have
course.
to try it. I mean, money where
Exactly,
your mouth is,
exactly.
right? It's so nasty.
I would have to.
I'd be so disappointed too, because I'd be like, "You got actual biscuits for us for this, right?" And you'd be like, "No, I
like,
just
wait,
got this."
kidding
I'm
me?
like, "Oh, come on!" I'm like, dude, you can't fuck around
Like,
with
bro,
biscuits
but they're
and
the
gravy.
sausage pizza rolls. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's all coming together. What if I empty out a bunch of pizza rolls for the sausage? That's what I made the sausage gravy out of.
Yeah.
You
The thing
could.
is, you could, because even the cheese you can melt into a sauce. So I mean, you could. Boy, that'd be a real interesting reconstitution of
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls. To break them down like that, turn them into a sausage gravy for biscuit.
It's still a terrible idea.
That would be something.
It's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say popcorn. It's got to be popcorn.
Oh, that's a strong answer. Yeah, I mean, I never make popcorn in the microwave, but I can't fight.
I mean, I never made it in the microwave,
like I always
until I got that little bowl. That makes.
Oh, right.
But since my microwave doesn't work anymore, I haven't had popcorn in a while, and now I'm sad.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually sad thinking about it, which sucks.
You don't do.
I didn't want to go to bed sad. What?
Tony, you were gonna at some point think about having to work tomorrow. It's gonna happen.
Oh, it got even worse. No, I mean, the stovetop's fine.
Here, look at my arc.
Look at this. Check this arc out.
Yeah, let me show you this arc right quick.
No, I mean,
that popcorn's probably
like I do them on the stove. I do it on the stove, but I don't like.
Yeah.
It was standing there making delicious popcorn on the stove versus put this in the microwave for 2 minutes, walk away, and I have a bowl full of popcorn. You know, so fair. It's like, yeah.
Right. It's true. Making it on the stove, you do have to
you
tend
gotta
to
take
it
care
a
of
little
it.
bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the air popper, the only thing I have to watch out for is that, when it's shooting it out of there, one side of the bowl it shoots into will fill up quicker. So I have to kind of walk over every once in a while, just shake the bowl so it doesn't just start pouring popcorn
put on
over
like a
turntable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just use a big enough bowl. It's no big deal, but whatever.
You mean my popcorn trough?
I feel
yes,
like,
please.
I feel like popcorn has got to be one of the alpha answers.
For sure.
Because it really is, and it doesn't lose flavor by making it in the microwave. Unlike most foods, where if you prepare it in the microwave, it tastes like ass.
Yeah, it's either gonna be popcorn or like cup noodles.
Ooh, that's a good answer too. Cup noodles are a really good answer. Yeah, honestly, like the thing I make the most in the microwave, I think, is like broccoli, because they sell broccoli in like steamable bags now. So I steam broccoli in the microwave all the time. But is it my favorite? I mean, I really do like broccoli.
Broccoli's fucking killer.
But
legendary.
Yeah, I was trying to think if there's anything else that I like. I'm like, nah, just do it in the microwave, because it's similar to like popcorn, where it's like you don't lose any quality. Even steaming in the microwave, it's not as good as steaming like on the stove.
I do have another one.
It's
and this is gonna offend Uncle Roger, and we know he listens. Minute rice.
Oh, I have made a lot of, especially brown rice. I used to buy Kroger has that, like, it wasn't minute rice, but it was basically minute rice. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And because brown rice takes a lot longer to cook, I would do that way, and it's pretty similar taste-wise.
I just offended
it may be just a
lot of people, Brian, by saying minute rice.
Probably. And I'm a person who knows how to make rice. Like, I will cook it on the stove, or if I'm making a lot of it, I just use my Instant Pot, because it has a rice setting on it, and it works great. So
it's back to the popcorn with me. Oh, I could tend to this rice.
Yeah.
Or. So yeah, minute rice would be another microwavable situation.
I think that's a really good answer, because most things that have a microwavable option are a downgrade in quality. Like mac and cheese, not as good.
Rough.
And I mean, even if it's Kraft mac and cheese across the board, it's still better on the stove than it is in the microwave. You know, I'm not talking like homemade mac and cheese. You know, I mean, you can boil pasta in the microwave, but it's terrible. It's not good.
I think it's because when you close a microwave door, those boxes are actually love proof. So when you don't get the love that you put into all the rest of your food.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think you're right. Do you know something over the years I've microwaved a ton of is I used to do basically like bagel sandwiches where I'd just put like ham and cheese on them on like a whatever your preferred bagel is. And I would just stick that in the microwave basically to warm the meat a little bit and melt the cheese just a little bit. So but it's like now it's like, you know, most of the time I do that in the toaster oven
face it in the toaster oven.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's still a superior move. The only thing the microwave adds to it, and this just depends on your preference, is from the microwave it's a little chewier versus the toastiness, you know. So if you're looking for more of a chewy bagel than that, but otherwise
toasty for life. You know,
so
actually, I prefer my bagel to have crunch and then a chew.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The toaster oven gives you that versus the microwave. You don't get the crunch. You just get the chew, and that's
lack
it.
Of love.
So,
yeah,
right, and lack of love. Correct.
That's
because once you shut the door, the whole microwave is impervious to love. You can't
sad,
put
really.
any in there.
Sad.
It is. Even if you put in love into something and then put it in the microwave, somehow it leaches the love out.
Gone.
Yeah.
Vaporizes it.
Which is actually, So, yeah, I think you really nailed it with the two you said. But mine's gonna be like I said. I do like broccoli or vegetables like that in bags a lot. People need and they turn out love me veggies.
What?
Oh. Jeez. Yeah. I was just ranting about how much I love vegetables.
I heard it kind of.
All right, let's wrap this shit
up. It was like you were like, and then broccoli it did this, and then it was like and it like caught up. It was fucking insane. Oh, Skype, how we love thee.
Well, I'm glad on my end it won't sound.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Woo.
What a fucking mess.
Yeah, we should get to the plugs portion of this program.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Yeah, head on over to saltylanguage.com. You can find the links to all the stuff from the show. If you want to find the network we're part of, head to tangiboutnetwork.com. You can check out other shows that are part of the network. And if you're looking for a network for your show, you can jump in there. And if you talk to Mark, tell him I need a financial backer for my General Tso's chicken.
General Dues chicken.
Yeah, General Dues chicken. Yeah, sorry.
Pepsi, you're listening. Listen.
So, yeah.
We know they
are.
We're going to need that General Dues chicken product tie-in.
Yep. We need them to come up with an exclusive sauce for us for the mass market. That's what it is. Like, we'll get the recipe right, but we need them to do the packaging.
Exactly.
And we'll even cut them in on everything.
Yeah, like 10% allow them to wet their beaks a little.
Yeah. Right. I like how I'm going to tell PepsiCo.
Listen up, fuckhead.
Have a taste. Yeah. They'll be like, you know how big we are. Like, you've told us this. We could just make this on our own now.
You just put your finger on the guy's lips. Shh.
Yeah. Shh. Yep.
He falls badly in love with you.
And then,
of course.
Yeah, of course.
How could he not?
How could he not?
Well, because when you're shushing, you're looking deeply into his eyes. Yeah.
Well, of course, yeah. Also, I'm showing him my art.
Yeah. Yes.
I walk out and I'm like, yeah, he just said I'm the new CEO. And they're like, oh, all right.
Plus, I need a janitor up
Anyone
here.
who disagrees, I just show me art. Yeah. Yeah. Clean up in my new office.
We're gonna need new carpet, probably a new desk, definitely new paint.
Yeah, definitely. And new name plaque, of course. Oh boy. Yeah, there'll just be minimal furniture in my office, but then the art will just be sitting on a thing behind me, like in a glass case or whatever. let's see. If you want to find the show on Twitter, you can find us at salty_language. You can find me at Stunami.
You can
on
find
Twitter
me on
and
Instagram at The Monotony. You can also find me as our, TikTok ambassador on Salty Language on TikTok. Check out our Patreon. We got some goodness there. Apparently, we're going to be maybe having wacky brunch. I don't know. But we got a lot of bonus content on our Patreon. Patreon.com/saltylanguage. For like $3 a month, you get extra stuff. If you're watching this, I'm sorry. There's been a lot of robot voices. Salty Language Pod on YouTube. Check us out. We have, our shows on there, plus, little shorts and stuff. And all the beers. It's definitely a YouTube channel. Hasn't done a lot. I think I got maybe something in the works. I don't know. But I said it every week, so who knows? Yeah. Brian, what else you got going on?
You can also check me out on The Crazy Life, which is a podcast I do with friends Jen and Henno, and we talk about mental health and just our journeys with depression, bipolar, addiction recovery, just all sorts of stuff like that. So if that's something you're into, give us a listen if you would. All right, and now the insult for the week is mafflard.
Mafflard. That sounds like an insult to somebody. Yo,
it
dude,
does,
that
really.
mafflard over there.
Yeah, because you can really put a little stank
on
the
end.
end.
Mafflard.
Mafflard. Yeah, it's like you really can kind of emphasize the flard part. It's a term for someone who's a pure klutz. In the
sure there's words happening right now. Oh, I heard sonar tones. The submarine's coming in again.
Yeah.
Shit.
God. Did you hear all the definition of mafflard?
I think it was someone that was picked on in school, and then I lost it.
It was a stammering or blundering fool.
Okay.
A term of contempt. So, but it definitely, of the words we've had on these, it's one of the few that really does sound like a real insult.
You got to try to keep this one in your brain, like lock it away in your brainstem somewhere, because this needs to be a trivia team name.
Mafflard?
Yes. I was actually thinking about trivia when we went to Stubborn Brothers because they were advertising it. I remember that one night you and I went. We ended up teaming up with those people at the bar.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, we should do trivia again. I miss trivia nights.
Me too. So, we need a team.
We do need a team.
After Ocean's 11 this shit.
Exactly. We're going to call in like old favors.
Right.
Grizzled.
Julia Roberts and George Clooney. And
Heck yeah. Little karate guy that fit in a suitcase.
Right.
Jet
Matt
Li.
Damon. But not the real Matt Damon, the one from Team America.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And whoever else was in those movies, I don't remember. What's Frank Sinatra up to? He was in the original.
I don't think he's available.
Shit. All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. Just like a 6-year-old reference for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Very topical.
Yep. So, all right. Well, with that, have a beer, you'll be fine.
Stay super duper salty, everybody.